The story of John McAfee, for long synonymous with antivirus software and his extraordinary life. John McAfee, the name behind McAfee antivirus software, killed himself in a Barcelona jail on Wednesday, authorities claimed. He was known for his colorful, larger than life personality. John McAfee, the name behind McAfee antivirus software, killed himself in a Barcelona jail on Wednesday, June 23, authorities claim. The 75-year-old was found dead hours after a Spanish court approved his extradition to the United States to face charges of tax evasion between 2014 and 2018. The computer programmer rose to fame in the 1980s when he founded the computer programmer rose to fame in the 1980s when he founded McAfee Associates, a software company that made its name by selling commercial computer security software. McAfee resigned from the company in 1994 and the company was bought by Intel for 7.7 billion in 2010. McAfee, the company, was initially a part of Intel's cybersecurity unit. In 2016, Intel spun out McAfee as a separate security company. Who was John McAfee? McAfee was born in the United Kingdom in 1945 and his parents moved to Virginia when he was young. When he was 15, his father, who was an alcoholic, took his own life. Every day I wake up with him, McAfee told Wired magazine in a 2012 interview. Post his exit from company he founded, McAfee sold his entire stake. McAfee dabbled in various ventures. In the mid-90s, he founded a company behind Powwow, one of the first instant messaging and chat programmers for Windows operating system. Later, he invested in firewall maker Joan Alarm and joined the company's board of directors. What happened thereafter? McAfee's finances were depleting fast and by 2009 he was left with just 4 million. He was hit hard by the recession and he had to sell off his properties and expensive antiques and art collection. He started the company called Quorum X based in Belgium which promised to make herbal based antibiotics. But his research facility was raided in 2012 by the police department's gang suppression unit on suspicion that he was manufacturing methamphetamine, a high addictive and illegal drug that can produce euphoria and stimulant effects. Although he was never charged, the research facility was shut down. It has been reported that when police raided his compound, officers found McAfee in bed with a 17-year-old girl. How did he come to be linked to murder? Also in 2012, McAfee was named a person of interest in the killing of his neighbors Gregory Fall. Fall apparently had issues with McAfee's lifestyle. McAfee denied his involvement in the killing and went into hiding from the local authorities. He was eventually arrested in Guatemala after being on the run for almost a month. When he was about to be deported back to Belgium, McAfee faked 2 heart attacks. The trick worked and McAfee was subsequently deported to Miami. There he met Janice Dyson, a former prostitute at a restaurant. McAfee and Dyson ended up getting married. What about his political ambitions? In 2015, McAfee made headlines when he announced his run for president as a candidate for a newly announced Labour Party, but later that year he switched to Libertarian Party. McAfee ran again for the US president in 2020 election. How did the latest twist in his life come about? In July 2019, McAfee was arrested in the Dominican Republic after he and 5 others were suspected of traveling on a yacht carrying high-caliber weapons, ammunition, and military-style gear. In October 2020, McAfee was arrested at Barcelona's international airport when he was about to fly to Istanbul. He was arrested by Spanish authorities at the behest of the US government. He was charged in the US state of Tennessee with avoiding taxes for 4 years and failing to report his income made through cryptocurrencies, consulting work, and selling his life rights in the form of a documentary. McAfee was someone who invested in cryptocurrency early on. McAfee argued that an attempt to extradite him into the US was politically motivated. After Spain's highest court approved his extradition to the US, McAfee was found dead on the Brians to Pentineri in the northern East Spain. McAfee was quite active on social media. He was known for his colorful, larger than life personality. Hollywood was fascinated by his life. In 2013, news that Warner Brothers, Hollywood's top production house, had bought the rights to a Wired magazine article titled John McAfee Last Stand and turned it into a movie made headlines. Thank you.